you realize we are one day. So you realize we're one day from getting our amazing Switch. So you realize as you're watching this right now, like the Switch, the Animal Crossing Switch is about to launch, right? Today you're able to go to the store and get the Animal Crossing Switch. You should be hyped with that alone. And then we are now officially less than 1 week from Animal Crossing New Horizons. Are you kidding me right now? This is the moment that not only I have been waiting for, but every single one of you out there watching right now have been watching my videos for the past couple of months, talking about it, leaving comments saying the hype is here. The hype is here. It is time. We are so close. I got some random thoughts. Let's discuss. What is up, everybody? Bobby here, the Nintendo Guru. Man, it is time. It is that Animal Crossing amazingness. My random thoughts, I'm going to just let them flow. Just let them come out and flow, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to discuss it. We're going to break it down. We're going to do all that stuff. Let's do this. Let's do this. So here we go. First off, man, I have to talk about the fact that there are so many NPC characters still that we have not talked about. I have not done theories on a good half of them still. There's so many that we haven't talked about, so many we haven't discussed. And let's just get in here and let's start talking about it, right? Let's talk about all of them. And here's my belief. I've had conversations with other YouTubers, with people that have been in contact with Nintendo, some people that have discussed some things, and here's the belief. Here's my now true belief factor. We have only seen a small portion of this game. If we can go back now, if we can use revisionist history, if we can rewind time in their minds and go back to Breath of the Wild, right? So when Breath of the Wild was announced, they showed it at E3 one year. The year before it was about to launch, they showed it at E3. And that's the only game they brought to E3. And people were like, what is Nintendo doing? This is the only game they're bringing. They're going to show us everything. And Nintendo comes out and goes, listen, for the people demoing at E3, we're going to give them the Great Plateau. You can run and rummage and do what you want to do in the Great Plateau. And when I remember watching this and I'm going, they're showing us everything. They're showing us everything. And now anybody that's ever played Breath of the Wild to conclusion, you know they showed us nothing. They showed us like the tip of the iceberg. Now we go to PAX, we rewind now, we go back to PAX, right? And people go to PAX and they're like, they're showing us so much. Like they showed off the museum, they showed off so much of the museum. They showed us Nook's Cranny. They showed us the Able sisters. Like, man, they're showing us how to craft. They're showing us all this stuff, the different camera views, the shiny spots, the vaulting, all this stuff. I don't think they showed us anything. I don't think they showed us a single thing yet. And I think that from conversations that I've had, again, with people that have been in direct contact with Nintendo reps, my belief is now that we are going to get all of our characters back. All of our NPCs will make their way. And here's one tell. It's come out basically from a French magazine, and it was given to me. The information was given to me. The information was given to me by Tyler, one of the people watching. Tyler, thank you. Tyler Joe, thank you. And basically what the information is you can donate your items, your museum items, to Nook until you get the museum. Which, okay, makes sense, right? Makes sense. So you donate your items to Nook, and then Nook holds them, and that's your museum until you get the museum, and then when you get the museum, they get shown off. Okay. So is that the same thing with what happens with the post office? Like, because we have a roundabout way of handling the post office, so are they just placeholders? And maybe Nook and Isabelle take on other jobs as other jobs open up. As other jobs open up and we get our world that we're used to, our Animal Crossing town that we're used to, perhaps this is what's going to happen. And I'm starting more and more as we get closer to think like, man, we are, because the quote is essentially like, we haven't seen anything yet. That's what we're being told. Because everybody thinks like, we've seen it all. We've seen everything that we need to see. No, you haven't. You haven't seen anything yet. And that holds excitement in my heart to believe that we haven't seen anything yet. So it got announced we're going to have a Pocket Camp event on the 25th. So we get the game on the 20th. 5 days later, they start jamming this Pocket Camp stuff down our throats. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Like, I want to take the first event and see how Nintendo handles it. I want to see what we get, how this works, how this all plays out. And I think everybody needs to take this with a grain of salt and look at this and go, I'm not going to get upset. I'm going to play this out. I'm going to see where Nintendo wants to direct me with this. And I'll be happy with it, whatever it is. So I think that if we can get furniture, if we get things like that, it's pretty cool. As of right now, as I talk about, the Nooks just showed up in Pocket Camp. So literally, Nintendo put out a tweet today, and then next thing you know, in Pocket Camp, the Nook showed up. So they're invading. Like it's if you listen, if you're an old school like me, remember when the NWO invaded WCW? Probably not. Probably a lot of you are going like, what the heck is Bobby talking about right now? But listen, there's some of you that know, and those of you know, you know, you know. So we've seen the time. So we've seen the town bulletin, right? We've seen the town bulletin board. We know what it looks like. We can see it now, right? And typical town bulletin boards, you go up to the town bulletin, you click it, keyboard type pops up, you start typing away, you're hacking away. We get the draw now. And this is exciting. This is really exciting. If you have a stylus for your Switch, you can use this and you can actually draw and do what you want to do. I'll leave a link in the comments below for somebody. I got this from Amazon. I got a whole 5-pack from Amazon. So you can get them for relatively cheap. I think it was like $10. And I got 5. So you can get these things. And if you've got the Mario Maker one, if you're in England or Europe and all that stuff, you can use that one, or Japan. Like if you're lucky enough to get them, you can use those. But this is pretty cool to think that like we're now going to be able to draw on people's stuff. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you come to my town and you start drawing some stuff, you're out. You know what I'm talking about. Don't be drawing that nasty stuff on my bulletin board, because if you do, you're out. You're banned. You're done. Like, we don't have no time for that stuff. Like, let's keep it PG. Let's keep it Disney. Let's keep it Disney. None of this crazy stuff, people. You know what I mean. And listen, I've heard this on numerous podcasts where people they think the time travel's gone. And I don't believe that time travel's gone. I think time travel is there. It's still a thing. You can still do it. You can alter the time in your Switch. You can move along. You can go where you want to go. And then when it happens, you're just gonna travel along. You travel along your merry little way. You're gonna do your thing. It's gonna be all good. Everything's gonna be amazing, right? But the thing is Nintendo's put a stopgap. And they're not going to allow you to go to Christmas and spoil it for everybody, or Thanksgiving or festival and spoil these events for the rest of you, the rest of us. You're not going to be able to post video on Twitter of you dancing with Pave. Like, you're going to have to wait for that. People are going to have to wait for that. So that's the thing. Like, I think that people are jumping to conclusions immediately. Like, that's what we do in the world. The world today is, we don't see something, we lose our minds, we think it's, this is what it is. Nintendo's holding back the game. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're just trying to keep people from spoiling stuff. For those of us that haven't seen it yet, there's a lot of newcomers coming to this game, and Nintendo's trying to make it a pure moment for people. And maybe they're changing up the games. Maybe they just go, you know what? This holiday game's all right, but we want to work on it a little bit more and make it a little bit better, make it more fun. Because some of them holiday games aren't that good. I'm going to tell you. I would like a little refresh. I'm okay with a little refresh. So, just relax, people. And then the final thing I want to talk about is today we saw that, man, we can actually utilize our patterns for face paint. So we could be Mike Tyson, man. We could be running around with these tattoos on our face. Like, we're cool. Like, we're like Post Malone. I know he's popular now, right? Post Malone's a thing. Like, Mike Tyson did it first. Mike Tyson did it first, and people are like, what is this dude on? Post Malone does it, and people just go, yeah, he's on something. Like, look at that guy. Like, who... Yeah, like I'm not a fan of the facial tattoos, but listen, if that's your thing, if that's what you do you, boo. And I'm not going to criticize, I'm not going to compliment, I'm not going to comment, not compliment, I'm not going to comment, I'm not going to say derogatory things. Like, you do your thing, I'll do my thing. We all live in this big, happy, kumbaya world, and everything's good. So, I don't know. So what's your random thoughts? Like, as we're going into this game next week, what are some thoughts that are hitting you in the head that you're excited about, you're not excited about? Like, where are you at with this thing? Because, man, I'm telling you, everything that's coming, I'm just eating it up, man. Life is good. And I am so happy right now. Like, I am so hyped, so excited. I can't I can't contain it. It's just like, give me this game already, Nintendo. Please. I'm begging you. I have it on my Switch, but I can't play it because you're holding out. It's ridiculous. I don't know what I ever did for you to hold out on me like that. Just give me the love. Please. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy today's video, please slap the like button down below. Share it with all your friends. If you're not a follower, please follow, sub, do what you got to do. Do your thing. Sorry for the cringe fest. I know it was a little much today. I apologize. You can follow me Instagram, Twitter, and on Twitch at Nintendo Gurus. That is all. Peace out, Preston.